Political confrontation in Parliament intensifies. Over 90 opposition MPs suspended, including the leader of the opposition. It's the highest number of suspensions in a single day. Shocker from Karnataka school. Scheduled caste students clean septic tank. 2, including principal, arrested. The NIA foils ISIS Ballari module. Plans to trigger IED blasts. 8 terror operatives, including module head, arrested. Massive damage in several parts of southern districts of Tamil Nadu. Several roads cut off. Over 500 rail passengers stranded. This is The Last Word, and I'm Marya Shakil. A story that is nothing short of a national shame. A complete failure of our legal system. Over 70 years after the Supreme Court ban on manual scavenging, this appalling practice continues in hidden silos. And the most vulnerable are those from the historically oppressed castes. A shocker from Kolar in Karnataka, where students were forced to clean a septic tank with their bare hands at a government college as part of corporal punishment. The school principal is among the 2 arrested. Take a look at this report.
In another shocking case of corporal punishment and atrocity of SC/ST students, children in a government residential school in Karnataka's Kolar were made to clean a sewage tank. A video of the students subject to that inhuman punishment has gone viral. In another incident at the same school, students were seen carrying heavy school bags and falling unconscious.
Social sir punishment ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೊಡಿತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಬಾಯ್ಸ್ ಗೆಲ್ಲ ನೈಟ್ ಹೊತ್ತು ಪನಿಷ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಪನಿಷ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಾವು ಫೋಟೋಸ್ ಯಾರು ತೆಗಿತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
According to Kolar police, this incident happened at Moraji Desai Residential School. A total of 243 students, including 19 girl students, study in the school from class 6 to 10. The school principal, Bharathamma, has been suspended and arrested along with another teacher. 4 contract staff have been dismissed.
ಇಡೀ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಸ್ಟೆಲ್ಗೆ ಮೊರಾರ್ಜಿ ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಎಚ್ಚರಿಕೆ ಗಂಟೆ. ಕೇಸ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯನ್ನ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಹೊರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಒತ್ತಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
FIRs have been registered. 1 under SC and ST Act and law prohibiting employment of manual scavenging. Another under POCSO Act. Schools are supposed to be learning spaces that help build values with the help of teachers. But when they become a life of hell for children, then educational institutions and social norms need a complete revamp. With bureau inputs from Kolar, Pratibha Raman for NDTV.
And joining me now is A. Narayan Swamy. He is Union Minister of State for Social Justice and Empowerment. Mr. Narayan Swamy, really appreciate your time. This is extremely shocking and condemnable. Your government had informed the Lok Sabha that 49 people had died while cleaning septic tanks. Here, we are looking at children being told to do so as form of punishment.
Earlier, madam, but whatever yesterday incident which is occurs in Karnataka, especially in Kolar, Moraji Desai Residential School, Malur, 11 Sir, anyway, I would like to say the good evening to everybody who was watching this TV. I am very much thankful to the NDTV, madam, because in Karnataka, all Kannada channels are focusing on this incident, madam. No English channel is focusing on this bloody incident, madam. That's why I would like to say thanks to the English media, NDTV, madam. But you tell me, madam, this was a bad experience for me, madam. When I on the TV yesterday in my home, Kannada channels, just it is a breaking news was there. Incident that which occurs in the residential school. Dalit students made to clean this specific septic tank in the school by the students, which led by the principals only. That's residential school principal. He himself forced the students to get the septic tank cleaned, madam. Morning, I went with my parliament member, Mr. Munswamy, local parliament member Munswamy. When I visit the school, madam, I was surprised. After that, the students to clean the tank. Even I would like to thank the judge of the local district judge. He visited the Moraji Desai school. He made all the officers to in detail inquiry on that, but I don't know whether he had taken the sumoto case on this, madam.
And sir, you know, what is playing out in this particular unfortunate incident is also corporal punishment and caste discrimination. Both are at play here. It's also a larger mindset as well, that they can get away with these incidents and these form of punishments.
Madam, you might have known the answer statement made by the government, whether the state government or the central government. The conviction rate of the entire country, it is very low, madam. But when I visit this residential school, the police officers also is there, CO is there, and I inquired all the students who are in that, who are participating in the cleaning, madam, septic cleaning, madam. They told that, madam, yes, we have forcibly stepped down to the septic tank, we clean it, and after that, our principal and some other officers were also there, local principals, lecturers also there. They forced me to take up this clothes and they smash the clothes also, madam. And what happens, you know, madam? It was not the yesterday's incident. The incident occurs before 15 days back, madam. For 15 days, no officer are visited, no district administrator take care on the school, madam, this incident, madam. Even the government is aware of this, the social justice minister and the chief minister is aware of all these things. They are even by knowing all this, nobody rushed to that school, madam. This is bad incident in Karnataka and it is the bad experience for me also, madam.
Mr. Narayan Swamy, since you are saying that there is some kind of cover-up, is the centre then seeking an explanation from the Siddaramaiah government?
My department, I'm asked my officers to visit this residential school. I would like to get the detailed report on this, but I asked our Chief Minister, Karnataka Siddaramaiah, and our Social Justice Minister to form the SIT. Let him have a detailed inquiry from the SIT only, madam. Because when I was working as a Social Justice Minister in Karnataka also. At that time, there is a 97% results are there in the residential schools, madam. Now they told that, madam, just from 3 days only, we are having the food. Earlier, we have no taste at all. No human being will have that food in the hostels. Like that, they express the students, madam. That I feel bad on that decision. Not only it is a shameful to the students in the entire Karnataka, not the entire country, it is shameful to the student community, madam. Not only Dalit community.
Not just the student community, I will say, but shameful for the entire country, sir.
It is happens before 15 days back. After the media also, after 40, 80 hours also, no ministers are visited the residential school, madam. No minister. Just they told that you put a FIR, we arrested 2 of them, but till now, no mobiles are seized. No, totally, police, law department itself failure, madam.
Yes, and Mr. Minister, my last question to you. What is it that the centre is planning to do now?
Madam, just I'm asked my officers to visit the school, get the detailed report, and I would like to meet the Chief Minister also. This is not fair enough by the government of Karnataka. They should take serious action on the officers also. Madam, that is There is a order, the government order, state government order is there. Every district officer, district collector, district CEO, assistant commissioner, Tahsildar, EO, and the concerned officers should visit at once in a week, madam. I saw the visitors book. No visitor was signed in the visitors book. Nobody inspected the residential school till today.
Mr. A. Narayan Swamy, Union Minister of State for Social Justice, appreciate your time. Thank you so much. We have Dr. H.C. Mahadevappa. He is the Social Welfare Minister of Karnataka joining us now. Dr. Mahadevappa, one thing is becoming clear that perhaps, the charge that is coming in from the centre is that there was an attempt at cover-up.
Yeah, there's no question of covering anything. It is a shameful act done by some of the officials in the residential school. The moment it is brought to my notice, within no time I sacked all 4 officers, including the principal and the teacher, warden, the group D, who indulged in involving the children, including the Dalits. And our DC visited, my director visited, and an FIR is registered. We are getting inquired, and 2 people, including principal and the teacher, is being arrested. We will see that the other 2 also arrested. And we will not spare anybody. It's a shameful act by these learned people.
Are you of the opinion that only these 4 sacked officers are responsible, or is it a reflection of a larger mindset here?
No, because they are accountable. The principal, the teachers, the warden, they are accountable. And the group D is involved in this crime involving children. And we will not spare, nothing to cover up anything. I am seriously will take action against anybody who does this type of an act.
My last question to you. The centre says that nobody from your government actually visited the school in the last 15 days. And this incident is 15 days old.
Mr. Narayan Swamy spoke to me over telephone. He was in Mysore and reviewing some meeting. He spoke to me much earlier than he spoke. I have taken action already and sent my director and the DC and even the district judge sub also visited. My MLA visited, local MLA. I spoke to all of them and I sacked these people. The question of covering and not visiting does not arise. We will not take lightly. There is no need for us to take lesson from anybody as far as this type of action is concerned.
All right. Dr. Mahadevappa, we certainly hope that toughest stringent punishment is given to those who subjected these children to this act. Thank you so much. Let me bring in my guest. Priyank Kanugu is chairperson of NCPCR. We have Bhavya Narasimha Murthy, who is the spokesperson of Karnataka Congress, and Vijay Prasad is BJP Karnataka spokesperson. Priyanka, I'm looking at this notice which has been sent to Deputy Commissioner of Kolar, and I'll ask my producer to put that on the television screen, which has been sent by the NCPCR. This is corporal punishment, caste discrimination. Everything is at play here at Morarji Desai School, and it's a residential school.
Marya, this is cruelty against children. This is an act of cruelty against the children. This is not only corporal punishment. This is not only any kind of act, because when you are talking about corporal punishment, that is to be dealt under Section 17 of RT Act, where only disciplinary action is recommended. But where we talk about cruelty against children, a proper penal punishment is provisioned under Juvenile Justice Act. So we must say this, that this is an act of cruelty against the children, and we will deal this like it only.
Okay, so when you say this is an act of cruelty against children, you are not taking the caste of the students in consideration here.
Definitely, why not? They have been discriminated, they have been treated cruelly due to their caste. It is evident here. The entire hostel is meant for the children from the scheduled caste community. And the teachers and the principals are forcing them for scavenging, this is kind of bonded labor they are treating with them. What is the definition of child labor? As per the definition provided by Delhi High Court under Safe Childhood Foundation, the reported case of Safe Childhood Foundation, the court categorically says that if you offer any kind of service to a child against the service you are taking from the children, it is an act of child labor. So this should be considered as child labor, this should be considered as an act of cruelty, and it is more heinous than we are talking it and sitting in the studios. It is more heinous than it.
Absolutely. I think it's alarming, and we cannot condemn it enough. My last question to you before I let you go, Priyank, where does the buck stop here? Because as you heard from the state's minister, he said that 4 officers have been sacked. So the state government is taking action, and they will ensure that it's not repeated.
Actually, a state government is trying to put entire thing under the carpet. So we have already issued a notice to Deputy Commissioner. After receiving the report from the district commissioner, we will definitely review the status of all such kind of hostels and schools in the state of Karnataka.
So you are saying that all the schools will be put under review now?
Definitely. It's our job. We will do it.
All right, Priyank, appreciate your time. You know, Bravya, the state government has much to explain. And just seeking a report, which the Chief Minister said he will do, is not enough. Because if anything, this is caste discrimination, which is evident here. And arrest of the principal and 3 others will not really solve much. You have to unmute yourself, Bhavya.
Yes, the incident is appalling, and the fact that the teachers and principals have such casteist, disgusting mindset to do something so inhuman with innocent children, it's totally condemned by everyone, from the government, from the party. Here, when the CM said we will first wait for the report, we want to make sure none of these culprits are left over. We will definitely take action against whether it is child labor, whether it is against, because it is casteism, Atrocities Act, every act that applies against these culprits will be applied and the justice will be made. One, because our government believes in social justice. This discrimination is not something we are going to tolerate at any cost. There is no cover-up, and we will take every action possible.
You heard from NCPCR, he is of the opinion, Mr. Priyank, who is the chairperson of NCPCR, is of the opinion that there is evident cover-up. If the state government did not do anything for 15 days, only when it came out in the public domain that you started acting, that 4 arrests have been made, everything has started happening only when it, when the media started reporting on it. So it was very evident that you wanted to brush it under the carpet.
No. As soon as the minister became aware of this issue, the principal, the teacher were sacked, and 4 of those contractual workers were also suspended, and the initial prima facie action has already been taken. They're just doing the inquiry. Once the report is submitted, every person involved in this crime will be taken to task, and they will be punished under every law that applies to such a heinous crime, because this is not just about child labor. This is about child labor. This is about caste. This is against even the act where sewage manual scavenging act. All of this applies.
Yes, certainly. Vijay Prasad, if the state government is acting now, then why is an effort being made for politicizing it by the BJP? Because if we were to look at it, you are giving it that spin. Yes, calling for strict action is important, but the process of law taking its course has begun. then why politicize it?
No. Good evening, Maria and other panelists. Today, it's a very shameful incident, and I don't want to mince words, okay? And it is not about the politicizing, okay? We are not politicizing. There is no nyay for Dalits, SC/STs, OBCs under Congress government in Karnataka. The recent incidents have made us to bow our head in shame. Inhuman acts like this have caused great amount of trauma for these young minds. The government is not understanding that. The government is trying to downplay the incident, and they are trying to cover up, and they are trying to say FIR has been made, arrests have been made, suspended. But they are ignoring the fact that the trauma the kids have to undergo because of these inhuman acts by the irresponsible government. Because these incidents, this is not a stray incident, Maria. If you see this incident, this week it is the cruelty against the children. If you see last week, there was a cruelty against by outraging the modesty of the woman in Belagavi. She was stripped. And each and every incident that is happening in Karnataka is downplayed and trying to get covered up by the Congress government. The police is covering up, the government is covering up, no minister is making any statements. None of the happening is
Okay,
happening.
so you are saying that there is a massive cover-up at play. Bezwada Wilson is national convener of Safai Karamchari Andolan. Mr. Wilson, what are your views on this? Do you think the state government should have done much more?
See, each and every state government and central government must have taken the steps to inform the schools and everywhere what they can do, what they should not do. Manual scavenging is banned in 1993. It is not a very new. But why still even the school teacher, principal, who is supposed to tell actually what is the morality, what is the ethical stand to the students, they are forcing them to clean. So that kind of sensitivity, even if it is lacking. So this is a very clear indication that the government of India and all the state government, they must have stringent steps to take the action against any violator, and there should be a campaign on that. We have campaigns on the Swachh Bharat, but we never had the campaigns on asking another human being to clean the shit is a crime. It is a punishable crime. I am not talking about the social justice or anything. I am talking about the Honorable Supreme Court, and the Parliament has made the act. Why they are not even informing the citizens about the cruelty of the inhuman practice of the manual scavenging? And when the states still they are saying that there is no manual scavenging, there is no mechanization, why the situation where the students are supposed to enter and clean the sewage and septic tank? Why it is happening even today? Why can't the schools and the state governments or the central government can come and make a statement even today? It is in this year, 93 Indian citizens we lost in the sewage and septic tank across the country. Is anybody saying one statement on that? Is the parliament session is going on? Is the Prime Minister is going to make a statement? Is the Chief Minister of the Karnataka is going to make the statement? Only statement after statement.
Okay. Let me get quick word from Mr. Vijay Prasad. 30 seconds to you,
Maria,
and then 30 seconds to Bhavya. Please go ahead.
30 seconds, Maria.
Yes.
Today, Siddaramaiah government and the Congress government is very fortunate that there is no death that has happened, because they have made the kids to enter the septic tank, which is full of poisonous gas. Today, not fortunate enough that there are no deaths. And if you see the atrocities the Congress government is inflicting on this Dalits, SC/STs or the OBCs, and Congress government at every given opportunity, even the moment they formed the government, the first thing what they have done is whatever the funds, 11,000 crores SC/ST funds, which has been reserved for the upliftment of the SC/STs, they have trying to swindle by diverting the funds for the guarantee schemes. So where will the upliftment of these downtrodden happens? Be it Dalits or the SCSTs or the OBCs. Government is showing a negligent attitude to this the downtrodden community. Ever since the Congress came to power in Karnataka, the heinous crime.
Okay, 30 seconds
this-
quickly,
against-
quickly to Bhavya.
Against this communities have
you know,
increased.
Bhavya, the
Karnataka is
sincerity
going-
of the government is being questioned here.
Every
So for
time,
the BJP person,
these things
for
happen.
One moment,
there
one
is
moment.
government is trying to
Mr.
downplay
Prasad,
it.
you have spoken. Yeah.
Say that the government has made the students enter the septic tank shows his desperation. Let me remind him, in the past 5 years, 400 manual scavengers, people who have done this act, have died under your government, under Narendra Modi's watch. And to say that, to even wish that a child should have died in this.
Ms.
and we are
Bhavya,
fortunate
two
that
wrongs
this
do not
happened
make
so
a right.
inhuman.
No,
It's so
no,
You
no,
have
no,
you
no,
were
no,
promising
something like that.
different
No, no, no,
government.
no,
You
no,
were
no,
promising
no, no,
change.
no,
no,
What
no,
happened to
no,
all
no,
those
no,
promises?
no,
Thank you so much for joining us, Bezwada Wilson, Bhavya, and Vijay Prasad. Of course, this is absolutely deplorable and very, very worrying, because if little children have been subjected to this kind of cruelty, then imagine their mental health, mental state. What will the scars with which they'll continue to live with? We certainly hope there's action taken against those who subjected them to such cruelty. That's all from me. Thanks so much for watching.